My girl Brittany's going down in the books forever. A, time just goes by too fast. That's A. B is there's people that you meet in life that I know that we're totally friends in a past life, and we're going to kick it so hard in the future, and we're going to kick it hard now. And I didn't know you were in Chicago or even near, but we're definitely kicking it in Chicago. But this life, next life, I hope that we get to. I'm going to paint a picture of the next life dream that I just have off the top of my head. I hope that you and I both can be iguanas that can surf out on waves out in Hawaii and catch mad tubes and be able to hit a tiki bar and sip pina coladas for 3 Thursdays in a row, not leaving, baking in the sun, eating nothing but Twix and popcorn until we wake up with belly aches and just laugh our ass off about it. That's how I feel about you. And I feel just absolutely blessed to have you as the coach. I would be so pissed if it was anybody else.
Thank you so much for your dedication, your commitment, for keeping us focused, for pushing us through each session.
I feel that I've gotten to this point as a coach purely on the sweat and all the knowledge that you have shared.
Brittany, I just really appreciate how you're so approachable and you're always willing to let's explore this together, let's work through it, let's hear each other's perspectives. So I just really appreciate that. And your life is you're just inspiring. You're living it. You're practicing what you preach.
Thank you for just the presence that you brought as a mentor. I have found you so clear and so kind and patient. I never felt like you were trying to hurry. And I feel like through this, you've really tried to help connect those dots. So just thank you for being such a great example of what this can do and being understanding. And I think it's really helped to create this safe space that has developed.
So encouraging and welcoming, and it's been a really positive experience.
Yeah, it's just made a really open and honest environment that's been really safe and really conducive to growing.
I just want to acknowledge your own sense of justice. I also want to acknowledge your bravery. I think you're amazing. The stuff you've been through physically alone is amazing to me. And also even that your relaxation is traveling. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's pretty unique. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that in my life. So I really want to acknowledge that too. I think it's really fun. Your sense of justice is huge, Brittany. It just really has empowered all of us, I think, to feel that safe space, which we all wanted for this, because it was something different for us. So thank you for that.
I feel constantly inspired by your, I don't know, just your presence and you just got all the stuff going on. And it's just, just to be, I love being surrounded by women who are just powerful. I find that so inspiring, and I think you are the most inspiring that I've met, and has really been an example of me of where I would like to be someday.
Brittany, I think to you, I say leadership in bringing a group together, in service to others, in bringing out from others. Has just been really, we've been incredibly lucky.
Earlier when you were sharing, Brittany, I had this image of Joan of Arc pop into my head, where it's just the confidence and the leadership and the assuredness in who you are. And it was just wow, there's such strength there to lead people to where they know they're supposed to be, to that freedom.
I appreciate all the work you did during the sessions. I appreciate your patience. I like your present with us, how you are talking very calm and make a space to learn and to practice actually what we learning from you.
It was never a Brittany show. It was our thing and how you facilitated what was going on, but you never really talked about yourself and how there's so many more layers to you. I have appreciated so much the structure and your knowledge. I think, oh my gosh, will I ever know all that stuff? She can just spout it like that off her head. I just appreciate how you've allowed me to just do what we needed to do. And at the end of it, go, golly, I got that. You helped us discover it. And I appreciate that.
I love the way you facilitated the group and just your coaching presence. I think it shows your level of the skill level that you have as a coach, how you could coach us all, but in the group, it's really fascinating to me. You connected with each one of us, even in the group setting. But the one thing that I'm never gonna forget is right after George Floyd, that whole video posted, how you stopped the recording and you were just genuinely interested in how we felt. And it was what I needed that day, because I didn't want to come to coaching. I didn't. And you didn't ask it because you had to. You asked it because you genuinely cared. And I'm never going to forget that. So thank you.
I think that I want to acknowledge you for your being real to people who you seem to know have got feelings behind just being. And I felt that sense of humanity. And I just really want to acknowledge you for being real and being able to put yourself into other people's shoes. So thanks a lot, Brittany, for holding us in this space. You've held us really tightly, and I'm almost going to feel like who's going to be out there to hold me now that you're not there. But definitely I'll draw strength from you.
I've been saying the last 6 months that I'm like, I want to be Brittany in another life. But you just really inspired me. You're just an excellent coach, but I think you show up with such caring and love for people, and that's really evident. Even if you don't know them, you come with that spirit, and I think that's so important. We could be the best coaches with the technically best questions and whatever, but if we don't have a heart for what we're doing, it's kind of pointless. And so I think that you show that and embody that. So thank you so much. The other thing I always say is everybody needs a Brittany in their life. So, that we can be, we can take to our people around us, but also that, that we're lucky to have gotten this opportunity with you.
To put simply, I've seen your kindness. You always show up with heart in the way that you lead. And I'm looking forward to your book and your podcast. I believe in your business too. I really appreciate you. When I was the inner critic client, you checked on me afterward, and you didn't have to do that. So you just kind of went above and beyond to show that you cared about me. So thank you for that.
I admire your strength, and it's been fun to see your narrative play out across the pages of the world, and to see the impact that you will make. And I think selfishly, it's don't get too big too soon. So I'm able to be in your sphere, to be in your realm of influence just a little bit longer. And so I'm appreciative of you.
Thank you so much for your loving and kindness. And I think something that I admire of you is your vulnerability, the opportunity to show who you really are without, I don't care. You know, it's like this is who I am. And I really appreciate the fact that the loving, the care. I really, really appreciate how much you show your love through your action. And if that's the case, I can feel really loved by you. So thank you for that.
Brittany, it's really been fun to grow alongside you. Today, I want to just acknowledge your being. I don't know your core motivation type, but I would call you the defender.
Yeah, that's it.
That is it. Okay. That is what my heart has felt. That is what my heart has also witnessed. Just your thoughtfulness for those who are on the fringes. It's just so intuitive, and I really appreciate that about who you are, and I'm thankful for you.
I just wanted to say thanks, Brittany, for, I mean, everything you've done and showing up and your commitment to us and your commitment to being coaches and to do so much good. It's infectious. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Every time, you know, there's a demo in class or when you demo the tool, it is always just like takes it to the next level. And I've really enjoyed watching and learning. I especially want to say thank you for keeping the door open. I think that it's a little bit nerve-wracking coming to an end, but I have a lot of comfort knowing that I can still reach out as I move forward on this journey. So thank you for that.
There wasn't one day that you showed up less than 100%. That's so impressive. There wasn't one time where you didn't show up just ready to go, diving in with just a positive, great attitude. So I really have to compliment you for that. That's fantastic.
I've learned a lot from you, and like you're the queen of silence. And so can I be the princess? But seriously though, like, yeah, I've learned a lot.
Brittany, you should know that you are part of the reason why I did not discontinue. I have always really appreciated the way that you can help with clarity in a gentle but firm way that has really taught me a lot about how coaching works. And then on top of that, your vulnerability has been really, really motivating and inspiring. And I've really appreciated it. So thank you.
Thank you for owning being an 8 as a female. It's a little tough, you know that. It's like having a lion and no one's expecting a lion, but like teaching everyone how having a lion in the room is the best thing in the room. Like it's the best for them and for you. And so in that, you use that in coaching to prod people forward towards the you that they know they want to be. But they sometimes need to look something strong and something firm in the eye and say, you know, I'm worth that investment. And so I know that comes from you as a person in your story, but I know that your personality, that you were gifted that way for a reason. And I've appreciated it. It's been something that's helped me kind of own my 8-ness.
I gotta say, Brittany, I think you're an incredible coach. I think you being so vulnerable at moments during our sessions has definitely helped me feel less nervous. You give an open space of comfortability and openness, and you also give me that vibe. I feel like I could talk to you for like 3 hours. You know, I could vent my whole day to you. And I'm glad I was able to have you as a coach. That quote on the back of your wall is like embedded in my head now. And I'm very thankful for your time and your energy and who you are as a person.
I really feel like the coaching is what you're meant to do. You have such high energy and just understanding and compassion and warmth.
Brittany, thank you for leading by example and showing what's possible and unlocking different pieces of the puzzle. I look forward to our next conversation.
Thanks for sharing your excellent leadership and vulnerability and openness, leading by example and bringing your big energy and definitely like coach goals for sure.
Brittany, you are, I was like, she is it. Like, I even looked you up, like a stalker weirdo, and I was like, what is she all about? You're just so insightful, and you. I want to say thank you for being so vulnerable, because during our coaching sessions, you've opened up. Oh, I love her. So thank you so much.
My word for you is badass. Like, you are a badass. And I love that. Like, I love, like, you got knocked down and you were like, hell no, I'm going to get up. I'm going to do what I need to do. And then you're like, I'm going to do what I like, live life to the absolute fullest. And there's so much I respect about that. And I'm going to miss these sessions each week. I'm going to miss the connections. I'm going to miss the awkward silences. But I do feel like our paths will cross again. I don't feel like this is the end and bye. I think this is, we'll see you later.
Brittany, I think you've been incredibly helpful. I remember the session that we did one-on-one, and you're just a great coach. Badass. Yes, I would absolutely agree with that. I've so thoroughly enjoyed working with you and getting to know you, and the way that it was really impressive to me how vulnerable you were, because I really struggle with that. And that was one of the decisions I made early on, partly because of making that decision was because of how vulnerable you were. And so I really said, I'm going to lay it all on the line, because that's not who I am. I just don't do that. I keep everything to myself. And so I really appreciate you.
I did the introductory hour with you, and you did Future Self, and it was super powerful. It was way more than I had experienced. And that was it. Like, I was so sold.
You challenge as well as you not challenge. You challenge, then you let it go. It's like flying a kite. You are just giving a certain amount of, freedom, then you're pulling it back. So that helped me a lot to be on the track.